members of the press, printed and electronic, who are present here today with us. Thank you for your valuable time and for always continuing your reports of the state and its current affairs. We, the Meghalaya Pradesh Youth Congress, have come here today because, as we can see, that corruption is rampant in our state currently. If we speak of any state department, we will find manipulation and corruption happening in a big way. And our Chief Minister will be defending very loudly instead of penalizing and fixing responsibilities. And recently we have seen reports by the media itself of the many departments in which corruption was very blatant, whether it's the Home Department, the police, health, education, power, social welfare, and PWD. But today, we, the Meghalaya Pradesh Youth Congress, would like to place our focus on the collapse of the dome. Lately, our Chief Minister has mentioned that the dome of the Assembly collapsed due to the weight of the structure. Here we would like to ask the Chief Minister to place the inquiry report made by IIT Guwahati in a public domain so that we may be aware of the reality behind the collapse. And whom is he trying to save by stating that the dome collapsed due to the structure? Rather than enlighten, the Chief Minister rebuts by requesting others to do their homework before we accuse. We would say again that there is rampant corruption in the construction of the Assembly building, where it has been noticed that there is a clear failure in maintaining the technical design structure, which was seriously compromised by the contractor. What was the PWD engineer in charge of the building doing during the whole construction period, whom we have lately seen campaigning for the party that the Chief Minister heads? And I feel that the technical details pertaining to this matter will be shared by our Vice President, Mr. Banphira Basayamai.
Thank you, Adrian. Just six days back, we've seen the Chief Minister, our Chief Minister, Shri Conrad Sangma, that he presented to the public a 500-page report where he summarized in 3 sentences, which is, we have to pat his back, right, for being able to do so. The first thing that he stated was the dome weight was too heavy. The second sentence was the lack of coordination between the designers, the contractors, and the PMC. And the second part of his presentation was that the building is still safe and it is constructed as per standards. What we have received from a very reliable source, some statements were made by the designers regarding the construction and execution of the dome. There are these statements that I would like to read out, and it's like verbatim. Non-adherence to the drawing issued, poor workmanship and execution, and the absence of a testing unit on site. These are the things that's been stated, and as we've shown during the presentation just now, you've seen the drawings, you've seen the pictures whereby the place was sealed off from the public, and the public needs to know more. You can't just take the public for a ride and present a 500-page report just with 3 sentences. We've highlighted. Do you want us to do it again? It's fine, right? The allotment of work also, we have to go back to when the process started. The allotment of work, the work was allotted to a firm called UPRNN, and there was a criteria which states that if you have to sublet the contract, you can't do that for more than 40%. Let me just read it out so that it's more clear. Yes. According to clause 39.1 of the tender condition, UPRNN cannot sublet more than 40% of work. But in this case, the UPRNN has subletted 100% of work to a firm called BRC, the Badri Rai Constructions. And for us to know in detail how much work was allotted to BRC by the UPRNN, I think so a financial audit needs to be done for these 2 firms so that a clearer picture comes out from this report. And then, as we've read earlier, there are many statements made which are very strong and very, I think so people should take it seriously, the government should take it seriously. The designers have stated that it seems that reinforcement embedment in the beam is missing, non-adherence, even the non-adherence to the drawings issued, Many technical things are here which even a layman, if he just see the pictures, he'll understand that the work executed is not as per standards set, it's not as per the agreement made between the government and the contractor. And the Chief Minister is trying to defend someone who is indefensible right now. We need to take them to task. The Chief Minister needs to come up with the report, make it, put it in public domain. If there's nothing serious or the allegations by many sections about the corruption involved in the construction of the assembly building, if it's not there, the Chief Minister should not be afraid of putting the report on public domain. I know the elections are near, it will affect his party, but if it won't affect his party, we request him to put the report on public domain as soon as possible, so that whoever is responsible for this fiasco, for this embarrassment to the state, they should be put to task. That's it, I think so, right? Thank you so much.
Don't you think the PWD building and the office of the speaker is also hiding, instead of coming forward to say on this issue? Only, as you mentioned, the Chief Minister is saying for us, building and assembly
Yes.
is also part.
As stated earlier by our President, the high-powered committee that has been set up, the Speaker, that is Medba, he should be more forthcoming, he should take more responsibility, and he is equally answerable. And it's surprising for us to see that the CM himself had to come forward. We can't say why, we do not know why, but as the science shows, maybe the CM and the contractors are more close. They are more acquainted to each other. That's one case. Or maybe the speaker is not, he can't answer the public in a proper manner. I think the PR skills of the CM is better. So he's shielding the speaker, he's shielding the HPC as well.
And the building?
The building you're talking about, the PWD contractor? The
PWD building which has the manpower like engineers who are
Yes,
monitoring the work.
they should be taken to task because they are the project management consultants here. They should be taken to task. Inquiry should be made, as soon as possible. And the dome fell maybe how many months back? Maybe a year back, some time back, right? We thought that heads would be rolling by now, but we've seen that the concerned officer, right, is being rewarded with a ticket from the NPP instead. So you can read, right, between the lines what's happening here.
But it seems that the report of the IIT Guwahati is silent when it comes to, who is responsible for the collapse of the dome. What do you have to say on this?
Look, whatever we've heard about the report, it's just the three sentences. It's just the three sentences of the Chief Minister. We've never seen the report. It's a 500-page report. That's why we are requesting, and if a request goes to demand, right, in a few days' time, the Chief Minister should place it on public domain.
Well, what do you have to say? Not only this report of the IIT Guwahati, but even other reports of the different